Lovely. Okay. Now, are you gonna work? They can't copyright me if it's in my own voice. And if they try, I'll get really sad because I'll lose that case. What do you mean waiting? I clicked. Oh my god, are you still not working? Dude. Hello? There we go. Okay. Screw you two then. Finally, it's working. I think. Let me check. If I go blah 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 in game, does that work? Is it gonna show up me going blah 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 in game? Any second now. What? My character's frozen. Why is it just a still image? Anyway, I guess. Oh, no, okay. It's just extreme delay. Oh my, I selected minimal delay, and that was like a solid 30 seconds. Jesus. Small isolated passage to massive interconnected system spanning thousands of miles. Okay, so however big I want then. I think I'll do a large one there and then just like a small one like right here. Do I have the anchor get in the way? Hey, what's up? Sorry about the stream cutting a minute ago. Something happened and stream, PC'd. Not gonna blame anyone in particular, but it was my mom. She was reorganizing the living room and just unplugged the Wi-Fi router. Maybe that would be like hardened sand. Oh, okay, or you could just not connect to the reef. That's so cool. Bug in console that freezes you is annoying. Oh. That's not what was happening. Or I sound like a seal. That's not what was happening earlier. It was me testing the delay of the stream to see that it was way higher than I have it set for some reason. I don't think hardened sand's gonna work. Let's see, is there any other sand alternative? Okay, I went from hardened sand to hardened sand. Crazy. Oh, okay. My bad. I think I'm gonna like building this coral reef. Because coral reefs don't need to look like anything in particular. You could just kind of spam some random bullshit and it'll look good. so it's going to be real fun making this. It's going to be quite difficult to make a bad-looking coral reef, you know? Don't worry, I'll manage somehow. There we go. The shelves for the corals are done. Re-wall. What is this? Ooh, very purple. That doesn't match the block at all. Oh, shit. Okay. What if I, like, put these in the corner? Like this. Trash it. I wanted to move it. Got one seashell. We'll put it as a crown jewel. Where would starfish usually hang out on a reef? Imagine... I don't know, would they stay in like the corners and like nooks and crannies like crabs or what? Oh, I could cycle them. Yo, Patrick. I gotta leave like a little SpongeBob and Patrick reference, huh? I gotta get like a sponge right here now. Speaking of which, let me see. Lightning whelk shell? What the? Huh? Which god adorned this shell? Why does it have such a dope name? I think the shells would be along the bottom because they're like dead, so. Plus, I want the only shell that's on top to be that one. That's a cool looking shell. Oh, I just realized that corner. That shell adds like a nice detail to the corner. I might be able to use that for something else. Anyway. Oh, there's so many variants. It's gonna take a minute to fill in. Alright, let's put all the biggest ones in good-looking places. Alright, then let's shrink down to the second biggest. Got the little tiny ones. I could just dot these all around. Huh? No way. 46 coral. Oh, right. I forgot about coral stone block. Ooh. Hold up. I probably should have... Oh, yeah, that's gonna add some good detail. I was gonna say, I forgot about these. Actually, how would that look turn out? It looks like it'll look... It looks like it will look like it. Yeah, that's somehow English. A lily. I don't think that'll look good underwater. Yeah, that's not really gonna fit. Anyway, alright. Let's continue placing some coral. Alright, we have 2 variants left, so I don't want to make it take too much room. Oh, this is like my favorite looking one. I like this. I don't want to go there. Gonna be using this one a lot more because it's pink and that'll blend in pretty well with some of the other stuff. So I'm gonna be using a lot of this. Not really a fan of that just big row right there. I think, yeah, adding a little gap might be better? No. I kind of do like this size. Adds like a nice waviness to it. Wait. Wait, is it dead coral until it... Ooh, hold up. I want to... Oh yeah, it only grows on the outside. Alright, I like that. I think I'll make these... I'm gonna redo all this real quick, because I was just kind of putting them out randomly. I have an idea for how to make this look good. That'll be a lot cleaner when I do it right. Whoops. That's not supposed to be sandstone. Right, reef block. Alright, I think that's it. Okay. My idea is just to make the shelves out of reef. Like this. I think I'll also make the tops as well. If I try adding like a mix like that. Why did I drain the ocean? To work on this reef. It's much easier to work on when I don't have to struggle to see through the water. Now I'm gonna add some background stuff, like there's reefs in the background. I almost said foreground. Little spires like this. Oh, whoops. I do like that coral there. It looks good where it was, so... Yeah, we're gonna have to do this instead. You know what? I'll just add a shorter coral like that. Okay, I don't think it wants me to put a coral there. What? Wrong block. Now... should probably just try one that before working on the other one. Does that look good? Yeah, that looks really good actually. I'm surprised. I thought it was gonna look like complete shit. It's a lot better than I expected. Yeah, I want to add corners. Ooh, hold on. Before I finish that, let me get that glass back. I just remembered, we have aquarium stuff. Would any of this look good? I don't think so. Yeah, like none of this would look good. Maybe some of the larger decorations. If I go to the core, maybe not coral reef. Yeah, maybe like some of this would look good. I don't know if I had room to place it. What is that? Looks like a lily. Ooh, reef platforms. No, that looks like a space gun. Look at that. Damn, I was trying so hard to design those guns in the western area when I could just place 2 reef blocks and call it a day. Anyway, that's not gonna work. So, that's what I was gonna do. Just build up some walls. Please don't break anything. Alright, looks like it all behaves underwater. It's not like anything's gonna break. Now let's see how it looks, because I'm worried that the blocks aren't going to get any darker because of the water, but all the corals are going to change color, you know, so... Yeah, the background walls, the corals, they're all changing, but the blocks stay the same. Maybe that's a good thing? We'll see once it's full. Nah. Like, this looks so much better than this. So, is there like illuminate paint I could use? Illuminant? I always get the wrong word. Let's see how good this will look. I'm already gonna guess that the answer is not very good, but... Alright, I take that back, it looks great. God, I just heard my mom, like, crash something. I swear she disconnects the Wi-Fi again. I don't want to have to do a third stream in one day. That's gonna suck. There, I think that's all of it. Oh, the deeper it gets and the darker everything looks, it's kinda a little too bright. Instead of just lightening them, it makes them look like they're glowing. Which I don't know about you, but I don't remember bioluminescent reefs being a thing. As sick as that would be, I don't think those exist. I wonder if build speed affects water bucket placement speed. Alright, how does that look? I think I'm gonna make this deeper. Because I want... You know what? Yeah, let's just go all the way up to where the water level's gonna be. Thought a harpy was coming down for a second. Messing with the ocean level, just going like the world height? What happened there? Alright, we'll just take it to this level. So lower it by 2. Alright, now the fun part. I feel like I've done this 1,000 times on these streams. It's just holding a water bucket for an hour. Or I guess like 3 minutes. More like, since, you know, it's just a chunk of the ocean. I do wonder. Let's get like a minute of this. Yeah, I don't think that's affecting my placement speed. I can't really tell. How do you become a master builder? You're asking the wrong guy, because I'm not one. So if you want to get better at building, the entire point of this world that I'm doing is I'm just building things that I'm not used to. I'm like going out of my comfort zone. Like normally I'll build a house where you see the interior, but for... Okay, this is a really bad example because it's not done. But things like this house over here, I built an exterior of the house, instead of an interior, right? Just like a little thing like that. At spawn, I worked on gradients because I usually don't use gradients, or I used to not, but then I tried, you know, these walls here. I tried using a gradient and it looked good. So it's really just trying things that you're not normally used to doing. Most of the time, it's gonna look bad, but occasionally you'll get like a really cool thing out of it, right? Like right here, I'm putting, you know, illuminate paint on coral. It doesn't look that great, and now I know, okay, that's, you know, probably not something I'm gonna do in the future. You pretty much just experiment until you find something that looks good, and then you add that to your arsenal, I guess, of building techniques. Like I said, I'm not a master builder, so I can't really talk like one, but that's how I've gotten to where I am. It's just doing stuff, finding stuff that looks cool, and then just remembering that and mixing different build techniques. Right now, one big thing that I'm trying to practice is designing and building like background stuff like this. Like using actuated blocks, walls, and like furniture. So you can walk past your builds without them getting in the way. Let me find an example of that is right here. This crane is entirely background. Except for this piece, but you need that for that hook to be there. Did I just get some water on the deck there? What was that? I guess not. The reason I'm doing this is to get the water level really deep so I can see how the shadows affect the coral reef. Can't build backgrounds because you always place them outside the walls. What do you mean? Hold on. Oh, right, meteor. Hold on, let me... Little sidetrack here. Let me just obliterate this meteor. And with the power of T at it, this hole will be gone in a second. And by second, I mean we'll do it later. Right. I always place the backgrounds outside the blocks. Like, wait, I'm sorry, I'm confused on what you're trying to say. I'm not great at that. Like this, or what? I always place the backgrounds outside the blocks. I mean, I feel like someone's getting lost. I mean, like when I'm working with background stuff, I mean like this, where you still use blocks, but you just actuate them. So they act like background walls. Oh. Do you mean like when you place a wall on a block, it creates this edge here? Because I have that too, and I'll use it intentionally, because if you echo coat, or use an echo block on the outer rim, or inner rim, whatever you want, you can manipulate how that edge looks, and it's like a quarter block, pretty much. So you could have like a full block and then not a quarter, a half block. So you have like a full block and then like a half block next to it if you want something to be like 1.5 blocks long. Best example I could give of that is like ebonwood, which is vertical wood. If you do that and then put walls behind it and then, you know, come over here, actuate it so it's a bit... That's not the right tool. Whoops. You know, actuate it, blah, 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 right? Echo all that, echo all that. And now, you're, you know, normally... What? Hey, where? Did I throw it away? Damn it. There. Now, instead of being 1 block wide, it's now like 1.5 blocks wide. Never be able to build anything. Don't worry. I thought I sucked too. That was the whole point of this world. And I mean, I was in your boat. Not understanding how to manipulate walls and stuff, and hey, look, just like 8 episodes in and I'm already here, you know? It just takes practice. And thankfully, building isn't like some like blacksmith level skill set or anything. It's just knowledge based. Like if you know how things look, you know where to put stuff, it'll be good. I know saying, oh, building isn't as complex as, like, coding or anything is kind of insulting to pro builders, but I genuinely do find it to be one of, like, the easier skill sets to have, is building. Yeah, I do feel the same way. I look at someone who's, like, you know, a blacksmith, and they're making these really cool looking things like swords and, you know, like gauntlets and stuff on YouTube. And I'm like, damn, I'll never be like that. But I feel like if I actually try blacksmithing, yeah, I'm probably gonna make really crude looking horseshoes accidentally a few times. But after like, you know, my 20th piece or something, I'll start getting something that resembles a sword. Then with that sword, I could like practice like how to engrave. I could practice different handle making techniques and stuff, you know, whatever blacksmithing requires. And I feel like by my 100th sword or something, I'll have something that, you know, on like my first sword I thought was impossible to make, but, you know, here I am with a cool looking sword that I made. So yeah, moral of the story, practice makes perfect. I know, cliche moral, but hey, it's true. Alright, I think that's deep enough. The coral reef. Let's see. Okay, so you can't even see the coral reef normally. Maybe if I go through and I just echo, not echo, I illuminate the entire reef. Yeah, it doesn't look great. I'm trying here, but I don't know. I feel like the trying is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence. Need to actually paint all the walls here. I missed a bunch by using the not-so-smart cursor. You know what? If it does end up looking bad, we have the excuse that it's just a bioluminescent reef. I don't like how bright these blocks are, though. Like, they're blindingly bright compared to the background walls. This all circles back to my suggestion of having paint layers, where you can do like a half tone of paint or like a quarter tone of paint. So you don't have to fully illuminate it, you could like half illuminate it. Because yeah, that is very bright neon. I'm guessing doing this ain't gonna make it look too great either. Because yeah, now I'm just illuminating dirt. Well, sand, but wet dirt. What? Okay. Huh? Like just selecting wrong tools out of nowhere. What the hell? Yeah, the blocks don't look great. Which means I'm gonna have to get light sources down here. Thankfully, there are coral light sources I can use. But I'm gonna have to go through and paint these background walls again. Like, having the coral be illuminated is fine. Like, the coral props, not the blocks. Having those illuminated is fine, because, you know, they are getting dulled by the water a bit, so they're not too bright. Unlike these blocks, which are, like, blinding. So, if I just have some light sources to, like, slightly light up the block, so they're, you know, somewhat as bright as these coral, I think that'll be perfect. Alright, let's go through and paint those background walls now. Again. Pretty sure there's no background walls here, so the only walls I can paint are the corals that I want painted, so I'm not trying to be precise. I'm just going ham, painting everything. Except for the echo walls. I'm gonna have to scrape that. Because I like my echo walls being clean. I don't know why. Just like when you put on the goggles, I like being able to, you know, have unpainted echo walls so I know, like, at a glance what's echo and what's not. That doesn't really apply to the illuminate coating. I'm just saying, like, if I accidentally brown paint some echo walls, I want to be able to see just by, like, a moment's glance that, you know, it... God, I misclicked. Shoot. That's everything. Yeah, it's just personal bias. Ignore me. Actually, don't ignore me. That's how I get viewer retention, is you guys not doing that. Those look good, those look good. Those don't look good, those look good. Let's see, what else is corally? I don't need anything lantern, I meant lamp. I need the tall ones. Nah. I think we have enough variety of light sources here. This is good enough. Just have to clear up some room here and there. Oh, do I need a shelf for candles? Right. Forgot about that. You know, I feel like they missed a perfectly good opportunity to call the reef platforms reef shelves. Because isn't that like their proper term is shelf? Where did that block come from? Uh-oh. Okay, we got a mysterious block. I don't know where that came from, but hopefully it wasn't in a good-looking spot, because I just ruined that good-looking spot, probably. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. Feels very blue. I have an idea. Grab some of that, and red, purple, pink, red. No, maybe not again. Where's like blue? There we go. Blue, green. Let's actually get rid of the blue. Let's get rid of the purple as well. Where's the yellow? There we go. Alright, now... you can't place torches... Well, there goes that entire idea. I was going to place torches underwater, so we get different colored lighting. Ooh, wait, hold on. Gem spark walls. I remember one of my viewers told me about this. If I just make like a segment here of gem spark and then echo code it, does that come out green, or can we not tell it because it's underwater? We can't tell it because it's underwater. Okay. What's like a contrasting color for down here? Probably red, right? You make like a giant chunk of red here. And then paint it so, you know, we can't see the red itself, just the lighting. It only affects the blocks. Damn. Oh, you know what I just realized? Hold on. That'll actually be good if I do this. Yeah, that's enough colors. Oops. I want to turn that on. That'll be risky having that light up, or having that on, but... What am I even talking about? Okay, that's not what I want to do. Don't do that. Gotta be careful not to delete that. Alright, if I take that off, is that... Well, it's definitely glowing a bit more green. I think because it's so close to the actual light, I can't really see that detail that I'm looking for. Probably tell what I'm going for, but I'm trying to like highlight different areas in different colors here. Alright, now if I take that off. Yeah, kind of... I don't know, I'm not a fan of how random shelves are glowing and others aren't. Though, it does look decent, so... Yeah, blue isn't doing anything. We're getting rid of that. What about purple? Okay, purple's doing something. Alright. Yeah, that's fine. I think at this point, I'm going to fill in the entire ocean, because... I mean, I'm at the point where I may as well just have it, you know, be filled in. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot I was going to make a little mini reef right here. Okay, we're not going to do this side of the ocean yet. We're just going to do this side. I mostly just want to see the entire thing in its proper lighting. Because having a wall there, you know, is kind of ruining the lighting a bit. I could go into T-Edit and just drop like a giant hunk of water right here. I think it'll be a lot quicker if I actually do that. Especially if we go quick. I'm gonna check these notifications. Well. Oh, okay. I got worried because I saw it was on specific screen and it was black. I thought that whole time I had Terraria just like blacked out. Oh, that scared me for a minute. Thought that whole time I just wasn't showing anything on stream. Alright, grab that. Is that water? That's selected air. Sweet. Okay. Liquid. Water. 100%. Does that replace anything? It doesn't. It just pastes with water. Perfect. Really hope this doesn't, like, replace anything and it is just placing water. What is that? I guess when I reload the world, liquids will settle and that'll get undone. Erase liquid. There we go. See how much faster that was? We'd still be pouring water right now if I didn't do that. Wait, what? Isn't the map edge like right here? How far? Dang. It's like a whole chunk of the world you never get to see. I didn't realize it extended out that far. Like, look at that. It's like... Huh. You can see just how unrefined that is. You would have said something fair. Alright. Perfect, I think. I don't want to say perfect when it's not. What the? Bamboo? Huh? When did my coral lamps get transmuted into bamboo lamps? Alright, you know what? We save it. We figure out what... Is that? Okay, I thought that I accidentally clicked save as. Alright. And I'm going to go back to specific screen because I want to read what I'm being DM'd. Alright, he just sent me an image that won't load. Sweet. Get the cat back. Alright. Are you... Yeah, there's still coral. Why did it show bamboo? Anyway, I think that looks fine. Now let's just make a really quick, tiny version over here. Coral stone. Yeah, I'll try this as well. Smooth sandstone. Huh? Ah, I see. Let's not build with invisible stuff. Trying to figure out where I can put some lights. Yeah, if I put background walls there, that'll be good. Okay. Want that to... There we go. That's good. Oh, I also gotta remember to put the gem spark walls here. Let me just do that. That one is green. That one there is purple. And that one is yellow. Sweet. Let's just echo coat those so they're just out of the way. What next? Coral? Yeah, because we're done with that, we're done with that, we're done with that. Let me get the lights. I think one there, and then let me get one more there. One there. Though I should probably... Where did that block go? Huh? Oh. Wait, no. Huh? Where's the reef block? There it is. Okay. I was being stupid. Bear with me. Alright, those are done. That's done. And all that is done. Okay, so now it's just the corals. Maybe some shells as well. I completely forgot to look up shell stuff. Oh yeah, there's a lot of shell. Oh, and shell pile. Ah, oh, wait. Could I have been using this stuff? Hold on, let me... Oh, it just looks like a bunch of shells. I see. Look how smooth that edge is. It's not like jagged like you think shells are. It looks like a good wall for something. I don't know. Like lumps of shells under the shore there might be cool. If you don't want to build with echo blocks, there's a secret seed where you could have every block painted to the echo paint. Huh. Like the Helen Keller seed? Sounds miserable, but also kind of fun. Sounds like an interesting challenge. I guess I may as well have corals growing out here. No reason they shouldn't. Maybe not the big ones. Maybe just like little tiny ones occasionally. Speaking of which... That one flows good. Yeah. It's like no variants for these ones. They're just as they are. These ones have variants. Also, I love the new system where you can cycle through your blocks like this. It's so nice. Oh, I wanted that one pointing that way. Yeah, like that, but... Screw it. I think I'll work on that in a bit. I think that's enough. Let me break this. I just want like a 10-hour playlist of just Terraria glass breaking sounds. I wonder how that would do for a video. Just like a 10-hour video where I go into T-Edit, I replace an entire world with glass, and I just play the game like that. Like I break a glass tree, make a glass house out of it. Just like trying to play the game, but everything is glass. It'd be a very dumb video, but I think that would be kind of funny. Like, not echo blocks, just glass, so you could see through everything, but you could still see the see-through, you know? Like glass. I know, crazy. Alright, before I finish that, how does this look? I feel like the lamps are a bit much. They stand out so much. So... I already have Echo Paint selected. What if I just get rid of them? I don't know, it looks a lot more barren without them. Maybe I could keep a few of them? Like, the ones that are in good-looking places I'll keep. But the ones like this, and maybe not that. Maybe that one can stay. But that one, I don't like the look of that one. These ones, I don't like the look of those ones. I'll just get rid of the few crappy-looking ones. Can I, like... Nah, it doesn't look good if you only half paint it. Alright, that's... good. Don't like that. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the lamps. Get rid of those. Yeah, I'll only keep the ones I like, and there's only 2 left. And they had nice detail. I do like them. So I'll keep those. Same with over here. I think I'm gonna get rid of that as well. Yeah, that's good. Oh, coral reef is done. Okay, I don't know where that water went, but maybe it like soaked into the wood there. That was weird. Also, Clown, I know you're watching. You don't like the word soaking, do you? I know what kind of man you are, Clown. Wait, did I throw away my sponge? I did. Okay, I guess I'm just putting that one there. I meant not that sponge. Obviously, I just threw that one away. I meant the one I had before that. Oh, I got messaged. How much you want to bet? Oh, no, it was my mom texting me. Can I have 2 minutes anytime in the next half hour? No rush at all. That was 8 minutes ago. Alright, I'm gonna... I don't know, here, you guys could watch the pretty kite. Let me... I don't know, just auto-click that. I wanted it at, like, that level. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'll be right back. You guys get to watch the pretty kite. So, ironically enough, my mom was asking me about the placement of a fish tank in our house, because that's what she wanted help with earlier, was moving a fish tank. Not right now, I meant earlier. Is that earlier, so you already get that? But yeah. I had to do, like, you know, placement ideas and stuff, and aligning it with different shelves, making sure it looked good. I don't know, would that be what's called feng shui? I don't know. What does feng shui mean? Let me look this up. Let me also... Okay, I'm already on specific screen. Feng shui. Oh, it's literally... I was typing feng shui as like a dumb way of saying it. It's literally just feng shui. Oh. Who the fuck is feng shui and why are you affecting my search result? It's feng shui. Feng shui meaning. An ancient Chinese system of designing buildings and space arrangements according to spatial rules about the flow of energy aimed at achieving harmony with the environment. You got the Chinese people chi bending so they can make good-looking furniture? What the fuck? In Chinese mythology, a system of spiritual energies, both good and evil. Who's got the evil bookcase? What? Presented in natural features a landscape. Wait. So they're terraforming their evil bookcase? What? Okay, we're done with that. I'm getting confused. Who knew that the Chinese were terraforming so they could align the spiritual energy with their evil, like, furniture? I didn't know that the feng shui lore went so deep. I thought feng shui was just a funny word that meant, like, creative design. Sponge. I didn't throw it away this time. Alright, that looks leveled. That doesn't look leveled. Gonna wait for all that to settle. I think that's leveled, maybe? No, it's a bit lower. Just add some more. Yeah, we got 22 viewers watching me place water and talk about evil Chinese furniture. I still want to fix up the hull, because it is very bland as is right now. Oh, can I not? Does flying a kite underwater? Oh, it does. Flying a kite underwater affects your high spirits buff. Why could I not think of the word buff? It's the feng shui, it's affecting me. The space has a lot of negative energy to it, that's why. It's giving me brain damage. Ugh. I don't like how dark this corner is. I might have like one little tiny reef right here to, like, you know, fix up that blank spot. Now here, let me get those shell piles I was talking about, because I feel like that'll be real quick and easy to add. Like that, and underside outline, and then bam, shell pile. You come over here, break that. Let's just do a tiny one right here. Boom, shell pile. Maybe like one really tiny one that's like 5 blocks total. No, I lied. 6 blocks. Then let's get some normal shells to kind of smooth this out a bit. Nowhere to place it up there. Alright, that adds some nice subsurface detail. I don't know why I was about to say subsurface scattering. That is a completely different topic. Giant Shelly banner. Yeah, not gonna happen. Oh, maybe like a squid banner? Would that look good? No. No, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do anything with that. I get that this part here is supposed to just be like flat ocean, but I don't know. It looks bland, but like, yeah, no duh, it's ocean floor with nothing on it. Like what, could I put like a mini shipwreck right here maybe? No, it's so close to the harbor. If I have a shipwreck, it's gonna be here. Like, is there even enough room at the edge of the world to put a shipwreck? Yeah, there totally is. Let me get some wood to make an outline of what that might look like. That's like the bow right there. If you like get the outline of where that trim would go, you know. Maybe. Alright, as always, this isn't the final material. I'm just getting a rough outline. Just so I could picture it in my head for what it might look like. What if I just don't even try to add a curve, just full diagonal? I'm struggling. top part, but water to flow back in there. I don't know why that deleted itself. Oh, because I have a sand block from somewhere. Oops. Alright, all that, and we got a, I don't know, water thing. Got a sea pickle. I don't want to say the word because I've noticed whenever I start cussing on my streams, YouTube gets mad and my viewership drops. Or at least I get no new viewers. Alright, you know what? I'm like just messing around with it. A shipwreck will work here. I'm just going to start from scratch because there's no saving this current design. But the idea of a shipwreck working here is it'll work. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. It'll work. Let's clear up some space to work with. Get glass. I should have probably done this last time. Let me section off where I'm going to be working and then drain it all. No, hold on, I could really quickly do this. Yeah, much quicker. Especially if I slightly speed it along with the sponge. Take that back. What? Why did it delete? Okay, let's grab this. It's the area I have to work with. Oh, right. Last time we used this, we were working on a sideways wheel. Thinking I want like the front of the ship to be poking out. So it's like the entire back is under the sand. Have like the wooden planks across here. So do we have that giant stick? What do you call this thing? The pokey bit on a ship. What do you call the poker? Anyway, we're gonna have the maybe like the ship poker sticking straight up. Or kind of curved a bit to the side. It's still healthy, don't worry. Maybe like a broken mast. Thinking that if I'm going to add a broken mast, I don't also want the poker to be broken, because that'll just look weird having two broken bits, like broken sticks like that. So I'll have a broken mast, and then I don't think anything else would be exposed. So yeah, just those 4 bits we got to work with. You got to get the main hull, the poker, the sharp poker, and the trim right here. This is looking like a 2012 YouTube thumbnail. Oh, I hate how the camera doesn't move. Hold on. Yeah. Hey, YouTube, I didn't say that. God, I'm trying to cuts. YouTube, I was actually referring to shiitake mushrooms. It's just, you know, their nickname. Trying to like tilt my head sideways to see how the boat would go. I don't think that'll look good. Because I also got to keep in mind that all of this is going to get hammered as well, so even though it looks like a staircase, it's going to be diagonal. Let's Speaking of which, that, because I might not have it be that big. I might have it like this thickness. I don't want this to be like a big boat. I would just, you know, little tiny boat. Or tiny, it's going to be still decently sized, but smaller than the one up here. That's what I mean. How would I have that curve? I'd have it like that, right? Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't have it out. I would start having it... I'm like trying to play with my head tilted to the side. Maybe I do have it curved out like that? Oh, this feels weird. I don't know. Building sideways. Like, I'm sideways right now with my head tilted, but also this thing is side. It's like, I don't like this perspective. I'm not a fan of it. I think that part's too flat. I'm gonna have to add more. Oh, well, that curves like all of it. Yeah, add more rotundness to that part. I think that's good. Looks like an upside down bayonet with that part poking out. Then it kind of, yeah, I think that's too much. I think that's good. Let's add the broken poker. Alright, now let's get, nope, that, let's actually start replacing the materials we're gonna use. Ooh, hold on. This isn't what I intended, but I kind of like how that looks like riveting along this part. Yeah, having the brakes be along the riveting makes sense. Like, that part held up, but right above it, it broke. That'll work. Let's get spooky wood, because I know this is all scraggly and screwed up looking. What if I get spooky walls? Add, like, some background bits like that. Why was I about to look up wood color? Brown. Thinking of brown. Why do I think wood color? It's called a bulbous bough. Alright. The bulbous bough. I like that word, bulbous bough. It's funny to say. What wood type would be good here? Is there any wood that looks good diagonal? Because this is a problem I've had all the way back at, like, the Wizard Tower. Even to this day, I still haven't found, right here, I haven't found a wood type that looks good while diagonal. But I think just using a different type of wood here might be better. Like, it looks striped, you know? It looks like a really long rope. Like a thick rope going upwards that way. I think I'll add walls back there to better merge that. me actually do that right now. Wall. Where is... Probably look up wood wall. Yeah, there we go. Is that... Those corners there. Oh, I do like how it kind of goes out like that, so it, you know, adds a detail you wouldn't be able to get otherwise. So if we're doing that, let me get... what's a good-looking stone wall texture that isn't stone wall, because that looks like cobblestone. I think there's so many things that are like so simple, like a stone wall texture, and I don't know what like looks good as stone. It's like so basic. You'd think I'd know stuff like that, but no. That's too light. Oh, hey, I have an idea for that. Favorite thing to do to blocks when they're not acting right. Hey, there we go. That blends in. Ooh, but do I also do this part? What if I just do that? Just have the metal bits be rigid. Oh, wait, no, I just remembered. This is going to be underwater, so I'm going to want everything to be actuated anyway, so... Yeah, no point in debating which blocks look better actuated or not. They're all getting actuated. Is that actuated? Ah, you weren't actuated. Sneaky little bitch. God. Wood. Yeah, I caught myself for once. Great. I don't like how everything here is going to be striped. Cool thing about this is it already has that little line there connecting, so I don't gotta worry about adding a diagonal bit. And I gotta make diagonal builds more often. These are cool. I like the challenge it provides. I'm not used to doing this. I like it. Usually when I do these, I'm like just struggling and I'm like miserable, like not knowing what techniques to use. Like working out of my comfort zone, I mean, with these kind of things. I'm usually like at a complete loss, but here I'm like, I don't know, I'm having fun building this. Let's figure out what material I'll make this in. I might just do wood. I did wood with the other one because I don't know. This isn't like Minecraft building where they're always like, oh, you can't use oak wood. Oak wood looks trash. You gotta use spruce for everything. I could just use normal wood. Also, I don't get why people hate oak wood in Minecraft. It looks fine. I've made some good-looking builds in Minecraft that use oak wood. Oh, I didn't... Did I actuate that? And wait, I thought I could have sworn I already actuated this. Am I going insane? Don't answer that. I probably won't like the result. Add fence here for like a rim there. Like there's so many details that you wouldn't normally be able to get otherwise. What? What happened? There we go. we're not gonna do that. I don't like the pokey being made out of normal wood. I think I'm gonna... Yeah, it's as stupid as I thought. Rich mahogany. I rarely ever use this wood. I honestly don't even know what it looks like. It looks like... stupid. I don't think I like that. Shade wood. I always like using this in pirate-themed builds. Mostly just because of the rope texture it adds. It's like twisty. It looks like a unicorn horn. Or a really healthy turd. I think I'm gonna stick with unicorn horn. Where's Ashwood? There you are. Yeah, speaking of unicorn horn, this one just... Yeah, I've used Ashwood as like a drill bit because of how like twisty it is at a diagonal angle. I don't think it's gonna look good here. What about pine? They need to make pine go with like the other wood types when you search up wood. I don't know why it hides all the way in the bottom of the list. Oh, what the... Huh? What is this random crosshatch pattern? Like, I know what it is. I know what pine wood looks like normally, but like... Ah, oh, dude, it's so close. Look at that. Like, if you ignore the crosshatching, see how it's like... There's a log behind all that? It's like so close to looking good. Then you just got that random cross-hatching pattern out of nowhere. Oh, wait. Pine actually looks really good diagonal. It also just straight up looks like a turd. I know I say that a lot, but this time it genuinely does just look like poo. Oh, I kind of like the top of that broken. I might keep it like that, actually. I like that little detail. Spookwood. This is going to be like my final chance to find a good-looking wood. Screw it. I imagine painting it brown will make it look even better. Yeah, I would have guessed that. But yeah, I also gotta... Maybe not that part. I was going to say gotta paint the boreal wood as well, but it's going to start auto-painting this wood here, and I don't want that, so... By hand it is. Is that everything? Yep. Alright. I don't want to delete everything yet. I don't think I'm quite done. I think I want to add some like wood fragments into the ground here. Where is my... There we go. Yeah, let's add like a giant crack in the hole right here. Don't want to add too much, but... No, that's too much. Yeah, I think it's fine like that. Just a little series of tears. No. I think actually I'm going to get rid of that one. It feels like there's too many in a row. It's a bit cluttered. Just add like a little tiny gash like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Then, yeah, just like one more plank coming out right there? No, I think... Yeah. And then one little bit right there. Perfect. Oh yeah, with that waviness of the water, this is gonna look a lot better. Should I have it just be open like this to the background, or should I add like an interior view? I think having that part kind of be open makes sense, but yeah, maybe you should be able to see into the ship a bit. It's like, if you think about it, a ship is, you know, hollow on the inside, so there's two walls. The wall we're looking at is broken. The other wall on the other side wouldn't be equally broken. Like, broken, you know, in the exact same spot, so maybe on the other wall the break is here, the break is down there, you know. It's great. That's good. Why was I going into settings to zoom out? I have a hotkey for that. Before I break the glass, I'm gonna flood this. See how it is beforehand. Dang, 25 viewers. New record. Sweet. Hello to everybody joining. We're working on a shipwreck right now, as you can see. Just finishing it up. I think that fills in that blank space I was worried about quite nicely. Actually, before I finish, I don't like how long this is. I might do the break like right here instead. Yeah, that's better. Now that I'm looking at it, this log is way too big. Really, it should only be 3 wide. But that's a real easy fix. I just gotta make sure I don't break the wrong things, and I won't have to go get new materials. Okay, I broke the wrong thing. What? Ah, no. What material is that? It's office wall, right? Yeah. Oh, I see my issue. Okay. Shoot. Don't worry, it'll be quick. I promise. Everything is going wrong. Hold on. I do not want to have to redrain this area. There we go. That was my problem. Okay. Now we paint that office wall with gray. It was already painted. Okay. And yeah, now that part is shrunk down a bit. Trying to think. Do I have... No, this spook wall looks much better there. Especially painted the right color. There we go. Alright. No more overthinking. We slimmed it down. It looks good now. Now the most satisfying part of every build. Being able to clear all that junk space. I know half my inventory is tools I don't use. I'm gonna have to fix that up again. Like, there. Now he's getting some use. So I also forgot I gotta edit the terrain back. It's so dark down here. Who would have guessed? I am gonna have to move these planks. Oh, yeah, that's easy. Maybe I shouldn't have been so quick to delete my stuff. Hey! Quit fucking fucking quit that. Go. I'm not trying to pet you. You did bad. Get back in your thing. Get out of here. How do I get rid of you? Go. Little rodent. Breaking my sand. I'm sorry. I don't mean it. He was just trying to help, I know. Yeah. That's a nice detail that nobody will ever notice because it's literally in the corner of the world. So glad we spent a lot of time on that. That's not sarcasm, I actually am glad we did that because it is a cool detail, I think. Alright, ocean is done, unless we want to do something with this bald spot right here, but... Oh yeah, I also gotta add, like, detailing here, rivets here, like a window there for the main cabin. Oh, yeah, and also the entirety of the inside of the ship. What would look good for rivets when it's too wide? The silly balloon blocks are either not centered or they're way too big. I think I have an idea. Are these vertical? They are. Alright. Yeah, I don't like... I thought I was going to add like a little gradient. I'm not a fan of that. But I am a fan of how like deep this color is compared... Or detail, not deep. Dark. I like how dark it is and detailed. I was trying to mix the words there. Now I need a wood wall horizontal plank that looks different from wood. Good boreal or ash. Ash is a bit loggy though, so I don't think that'll work. But also boreal is very smooth, so will this work? Really tell where anything is right now. Alright, you know the drill. We're doing another thing like this. Sectioning everything off. Not painting it brown. That is ugly glass. In case you didn't know, this is actually what they do in real life to do ship maintenance. They just delete a part of the ocean. They take the ship and they put in like a big ass glass bowl, and then they get a bunch of fat people to come over and they drink the water, so it like drains the bowl, and then you know there's like a dense gas that like okay, you know what, joke's dead. Alright. Now we can turn the paint spray back on, and that is... Yeah, 2. that look. Just like random segments of like vertical planks. They can like varying thicknesses too. It adds texture, but good texture? I don't know. Honestly, I don't think so. I don't think it adds good texture. I think it looks like I'm adding texture just for the sake of adding texture, which is not good. So maybe if it was just like the underwater, oh whoops. Maybe if I just did the underwater parts in that. Like everything else is normal, because the waviness will kind of blend it together. I don't know, will it look like refractions maybe? We'll see. Oh, hold on, I don't like that little shadow that it adds right there. Okay, so yeah, adding blocks makes that shadow darker. Cool. That is the opposite of what I wanted. Alright, no blocks, I guess. We're just sticking with that shadow. The pig despawned right when I needed it. Little turd. There it is. Okay. I don't know how I forgot to do this. I feel like that's the first thing I do when I place boreal wood is I paint it, but... Yeah, that's good. Just seeing if I missed anything else. I don't think I did. Oh, I also got to make the figurehead, because I did just kind of make a box for some reason, and then, you know, it didn't continue for some reason, so I'll finish that. Yeah, you can't even really notice the detail under the water, so who cares? Answer, I do, but... whatever. Did I put too much, or is it gonna settle? Looks like it's settling. The water level is very slowly getting lower. Yep, I think that's good. Alright, let's go through and get rid of some of the things I don't need, but I might need later. Oh, I got 2 sets of those? Yeah. What am I doing? Oh, I always need these, so keep them. Should also put these in my hotbar so I just have them. So I always forget to use them when I'm trying to go somewhere and come back. Yeah. There we go. Another one, I could put that away. Everything else is stuff I use quite often, so we'll keep those. Especially these. I use these a lot. Yeah, that's nice and neat. Now let's make a figurehead. How do I make... Because I want it to be like a typical figurehead, like a mermaid or something, right? How do I make a mermaid in like a 11 by 3 block wide space? Okay, we got 3 by 12. Yeah, because... I was close. I said 3 by 11, it was 3 by 12. How do I make a mermaid in a 3 by 12 space? It'll be a very crude sketch. You got the woman here. Now, there's her hair. I guess she's like being used as a battering ram. That won't look good. I want it to be fancy. Maybe not a mermaid. Maybe we could just have like a fish. Be like a fish like that. Get the fins on it. Oh, it's like a fish with scoliosis, so I don't think that'll work. I think if we are doing a fish, have the rope continue to like here. Looks dead. There's like its fins. I think honestly that would look best, but how do I do this in game? Looks like it's gonna have to extend down 2 blocks for the rope here. For this part. I'm gonna want like these curves where the fish's head is. So how do I add... Actually, I might want to keep that up. That is... It actually gets... You were... Wait, does Spookwood change depending on if it's a block or wall? So that's horizontal. And then that's vertical. Weird. Huh. That's the first time I've seen a wood type change orientation. I don't know how I didn't notice that. Spookwood's been around for how long now? That's the first time I noticed that. Or at least acknowledged that its orientation is different. Orange paint. Alright. Time to strap a dead fish to the front of the boat. Oh, you know what? Hold on. You know what looks really good for scales? Wait, do I already have it? Yeah, the new harpy block. More specifically, the harpy wall. I was about to go there and get it myself. That's very scaly. So I don't know how I'm gonna make that into a head. I mean, I already see the vision. Yeah, like the little back fin there, then like the tail. Whatever that is. Got the lips. let's just cut your face off. We don't need that. Ooh, wait. Damn, how... What would... How do you play with echo walls? Okay, you just sharply cut off, like, every other block. It's a fat fish. We're not doing that. Okay, that doesn't... I thought that might keep the bumps right there, but remove the red. But no, I like this the opposite. It removes the bumps but keeps the red. Alright, what is similar enough to harpy blocks that would look good next to it? Maybe we could just use this and start adding details around it. That might make it look better. Add like a fin here. Oh, I could paint the entire thing. That would remove, like, the red parts. So I could use harpy blocks for this and just paint them. It looks like it's blood, though, like I chopped it off. It's so stupid looking. I don't know if I love it or hate it. It's a bit of both. It's an abusive relationship. Is there a dark teal I could get? What's the difference? Very slight color shifts, maybe? I can't tell. Anyway, I feel like there's some work to be done with platforms. Ooh, what do harpy platforms look like? I haven't checked those out yet. Ooh, feathers. What? Oh, right, jellyfish. Kinda like that. Yeah, it's like very feathery. And I know it's harpies, but like... I feel like you could do like some tribal stuff with the harpy platforms. Especially since part of the harpy set, there's like dream catchers and stuff. Like this. Oh, I like that. That's cute. Also the big dream catcher, but mostly that. I like that little tiny one. I'm gonna put that somewhere. I don't know where, but that's going somewhere. I like that. I feel like there's not enough detail with like the harpy stuff. What if I like no, because then you're gonna get that very blocky look to it. thinking I could like color its belly differently. Oh, oh, I split the fish in half. Uh-oh. What if I have like its body and its head different colors? Be like deep cyan instead. Yeah, it's about as stupid as I thought it'd look. So they do blend pretty nicely. Maybe just having that. Just like these three be different colors will be good. What if I go like... You know what? Let me get an image of fish. I'm just kind of making some... I don't know, copyright-free fish right now. Fish. What fish do I make? Oh yeah, the dumb fish. I like these guys. What do you call them? I forgot what their names are, but I like these guys. Like the little tiny eyes, the giant cheeks and lips. They look so dumb. I don't know. Maybe like a big salmon? No, that doesn't look like salmon. Alright, you legally distinct fish. What color do you want to be? Pink? No. Ooh, what color is Duke Fishron? Maybe I'll just have like a Duke Fishron on the front of the ship. Okay, so blue. Yeah, pretty much that. Maybe a little darker. Yeah, yeah. There we go. Got Duke Fishron colors. Looks like its fins are blue. And everything else is green. Though I do like the belly being blue as well. I know it's not exact unless you're looking at like this. What is that? Shimmered Duke Fishron. It's like a steampunk variant. It's weird. Alright, let's get yellow eyes for it now. Oh, way too bright. Let's actuate you. Okay. Good enough. There's no real fish Ron going on, it's just Duke Fish on the front of the ship. I wonder, how would these parts look if I actuated them? I think they might be a bit too dark. Yeah, too dark. We'll have them normal. I don't think I'm ever gonna need to, like, want to come up here anyway, so who cares? That's out of the way. Now, what else? Probably the interior, but I like saving that for last. Let's work on the window that would be in the cabin here. This will be real easy. I think it's just that and like some platforms on the top. I think that one would be good, like here. Not really a top part. What would be good for a middle part? Oh, I know, granite. It has that shelf pattern right there. What if I... Yeah, where's my brown paint? Probably add the brown and gray paint to like this list of things I use a lot, because I always use brown and gray for like all my builds. And that might be perfect because we actuate that anyway. Yeah, Sweet. Now we're gonna need a top trim up here. Maybe we put it on this block layer. Platform. No, I can't do that. Gonna need something that looks good here. Maybe if I do something like this. I feel like if we do something that big, we're gonna have to like add another bit of detailing up here, you know? But what would look good there? Oh, maybe... No, hold on, I want to redo that and just have... Oh. I was kind of hoping it would like curve up to look like bones being, you know, bone, but no. Maybe that'll look good if I... Yeah, I like that. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but I like it. I'll figure rid of that. Yeah, I want it to be a bit simpler, because I feel like that looked good, but it was way too, like, extravagant for a window. Pirate window, nonetheless. It's supposed to be made of wood. Yeah, I like that best. Let's grab that for the rope texture. And then that middle part. What was it? Chlorophyte, right? Instead of brown, I'm gonna make you black. So it looks like a window. Maybe gray would have been better there. Yeah, let me try gray. That's better. I like that. Can I just like... Oh, I can't just like hang that in there. Oh, I can't hang it there either? Damn. Oh, what's stopping you from just auto... Wait, what? Huh? Okay, so we ignore that. That doesn't exist. Something else we can't ignore is this. Kind of a bit of an eyesore on our lovely beach. Oh, whoops. How... I need to, like, just... I don't know, every 5 minutes set a notification that reminds me to put the cat back up. Because I keep forgetting the cat exists. Also, are we on... Yeah, we're on whole screen. Alright. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go check out what those notifications are. Someone texting me. Oh, he texted me an hour ago. Damn. Well, sorry to that guy. I did not get to your message in time. Whole screen, cat. Alright. Now. Sand time. Sand fall block? No, I just want sand block. Glad I caught that. Imagine just building this entire thing out of sand fall. Edit matching, and then match air. So now you should only be editing air. Perfect. Oh, that ugly seam. I'm gonna have to go through and fix that. Yeah, fill that with sand. Where do we end the beach? Because I do want there to be like houses on the beach. So I think about there. That's a long enough beach. All right, let's grab the pencil, erase, disable. Let's go through and just clean up the sand layer here. I should probably be painting with sand because I'm going to be filling this in anyway, so might as well just do this. Like, to begin with, I mean. Oh, right, that's why. These sloped blocks are ugly. Also going to get rid of that grass. Sorry, I know this part probably isn't too entertaining for you guys. I'm trying to get it done as quickly as possible. Oh, missed the spot. I'm clearing that meteorite, I mean. Hold up. Alright. Uh-huh. Okay. Game just wanted to make a scar on the land for some reason. That's cool. By game, I mean T-edit. So, not the game. It's so jagged, though, on the natural stuff. You know what? We're just gonna emulate that. I know, I always see, like, these giant lines of sand connecting to things like this, so that looks natural. I don't know why I care about making it look natural. It's like not like I'm trying to fool anyone and thinking it's natural. I'm streaming myself doing unnatural things. Yeah, it blends in a little more smoothly with the rest at least. Let me liquid, eraser, boom, done. Sweet. God, I'm gonna have to do so much terraforming to get this to be a smooth curve. Though, what was it someone suggested? Right, adding just a cliff face and then having some water pour into the jungle. I think I'll do that. One big rock right here. It's like a cliff point. Let's get ellipses, 3x3, just so it's like a little tracer. Then tile, stone. Okay, there we go. It's like, hmm. Yeah, just a big boulder right there. I think that'll be good enough. Sucks there isn't like an everything eraser. Like the replace stuff with air tool that I have, or that eraser I mean, not replace with air. I have eraser selected, but it's not erasing the water or like wires or anything. I have to like go through and select wires and then delete those separately. Like this. Oh, whoops, I meant liquid. Here, I'm gonna... Yeah, I think I'll get rid of that. Tile and wall. Grab a pencil and just do all this by hand. Alright, let's get mud. What? Oh, right. Hmm. Stone. God, it's so quiet without the in-game music to break up the silence. That's not good. Or is that? So we're just gonna get rid of that whole tree. I'll figure out a way in game to attach this boulder. Fill tool. Will you play nicely? Oh, what? Hold on. No, don't do that. Uh, it will play nicely. Sweet. That saves me like 20 seconds. All right. Let's get the hammer tool. Up that, but just not that much. Jesus. Smooth all of that. May as well smooth the beach as well. All right, and let me do a little bit more terraforming here with the pencil. Sorry, I was just getting distracted. Jesus, getting distracted by something. Water. Why is it no liquid selected? Uh, yeah, I feel like I'm doing too much. Save. I could do all this in game, which will be far more entertaining. Mostly for myself, because I don't know. I know I'm trying to use T-Edit more, but it's just, I don't know, it's not it. I like building in game. It feels more natural. As natural as, you know, a digital world can get. It doesn't quite make it to the jungle, so I am gonna have to do some terraforming. Like a large amount of terraforming down there. What am I trying to do there? Huh? Oh. Don't do that. I think that's fine. Kind of like blend them together, but I don't know. Maybe I should have it blend together, like, here more instead. Fine, I think. Yeah. I got plenty of places for, like, houses and a beach resort and stuff. Ow! Oops. Just punched the hell out of my mic right there. I don't know if that picked up or not, but sorry about that. Alright, what next? We got... like, no time. Okay. Well, I don't like that on the minimap, how it's showing that the blocks are above the water when it's not. Oh, right. Let me do that. There we go. I meant to do that earlier. I was still in, like, the outline phase. I still hadn't fixed that up. Sorry about this. The dog was demanding scritches. I had to oblige. Oh, right, the rudder. I forgot about the rudder. This piece. I forgot the rudder was supposed to exist. Whoops. I'm trying to think, what are rudders made of? Okay. Saw weird dangly things. I got scared for a second, but the weird dangly things are just boat rudders, so we're good. Huh. I guess it isn't just like a loose plank, it's like actually goes in flow with the boat. Yeah. Who would have guessed a natural part of the boat would flow in naturally with the boat? In that case... what? Bamboo, maybe? Like that, and then just used old classic logs like that. And paint those, and yeah, we're done. Don't need to go too detailed with it. Yeah, I like that. Actually, hold on. Maybe one more thing down here. Yeah, make that too wide, like that. Oh, I feel like it was just a bit thin on that side, maybe. I'd say it's good. I'm happy with it. Not disappointed, so no need to change it. Now this part. First, the anchor is like right at the front. Okay. So the anchor would be about here. Like where the anchor comes in, so I'll just mark that. Why do I keep trying to tab out? Steering comes in right next to here. Okay, it's like right... Steering would come in like right about here. So whatever mechanism I have for the rudder, I'll have like that. And what else? I guess I could have cargo here. And then cargo there? Like, I don't know what else a ship has. I've never been inside a ship. All I know is that there's a lot of stuff. Cargo. Why am I looking at cargo? Escargot. Yeah, escargot. I know that's not how you pronounce it. Boom. Cargo done. I'm trying to make like a little twisty knob here, you know, to like convert the force of rotation from something to something, I guess. That's fine, whatever. Now that anchor hole. What does an anchor look like? Like the part where the anchor is anchored to the ship. Wooden ship anchor system. Oh, they just kind of had the anchors resting on the top. They didn't come out of the side? Is that what I'm seeing? Yeah, it looks like all the anchors were just dangling off the side. Wow, how precarious. I wouldn't assume OSHA existed back when wooden vessels were big, right? They're like an ocean OSHA. So I'm pretty sure they would have had a field day with all these violations. Looks like it's hooked up to a wheel. I guess I'll just add like a wheel that the chain is wrapped on. Thought I saw like the loom moving. Weird. So I don't like how the chain just abruptly stops right there. I feel like there needs to be something else. Something that somehow connects the loom and the chain. I don't know what. Maybe, let's get more of the office walls. Do something as simple as this. I don't know. What if I... whole thing gray? Got one big metal mechanism. Now, I kind of liked having the wheel be made of wood. I think that's good enough. Good enough for now. We'll come back to it later. I don't want to spend too long on just that one design. Actually, I probably do need these. Alright, so we got the big two things that I wanted. Got the anchor bit and the steering rudder. What else? What else would be under a ship? I imagine there'd probably be light coming from this, so what if I paint with light? I'm trying to paint with that. I'm trying to paint with... Oh. Alright, let's redo that. Let's actually get a proper straight line going. Redo all that. There. Just that line. What? Oh, right, that's supposed to be echo-coded. Whoops. You can go back. Now everything brown. Oh, wait, I don't want the middle part brown. Damn it. Screwing everything up. Hold on. Do that. Get rid of that. Paintbrush only. Alright, no, we avoid that. Paint roller that. I accidentally painted these. Okay, I think I got everything painted properly now. Now let's not screw it up this time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 4 there, 4 there. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And fill it in. I think it would be a bit sharper, so let's go 5, 5, 6. Kind of want... Yeah, I like that angle. But I think I want this one to be a bit sharper. 1, 2, 3. That's what 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Here. I feel like that whole thing would just be... Yeah, that would be in the sunlight anyway. Wouldn't that part be in the shade? Because like that wheel is blocking it. Maybe then that part would be in the light. No, that looks weird. I think that's good. Light's coming in here. Yeah, that would be hitting that bit. Okay. Man, painting with light is weird. Though I am liking how it's coming along. What the hell is happening there? Oh, wait. So right, the floor should be light as well, right where it's shining. Now that part would also be glowing. Again, I don't like how pitch black it is like this. So I am gonna add interior lights, though I want to avoid this middle place so the illuminate dye shines. Let's get some basic torches and map out like a light area. Like this side is fine. Maybe make this part a little more bright? No, I feel like that's a little too bright. Yeah. Diagonal line right there for where not to cross with the lights. Okay. And then this line as well. Alright, so everywhere on this side and in this side I could add lights. No lights in this part. Huh. Oh, right, aren't there cannonballs? Yeah, there's new cannonball blocks. Well, not new, but they repurposed cannonballs into blocks. I forgot, and it has like some of the weirdest hammer interactions. So you could do that to make like a half cannonball. Or you could hammer it, and instead of sloping, it just shifts the position of the cannonball. Okay, but like I want this one on top. Can I just... No, you're in the way. Here we go. I don't think a cannon would look good. But having a thing of cannonballs makes sense. Big ass stack of cannonballs, yeah. Buddy, what are you doing, dude? Hello? Coco? My dog... What? Did my dog just Sanito? Oh, what? My dog just teleported. He came up behind me. I heard him. I felt him like push on my chair trying to get my attention. I turn around, he's not there. I look up, he's at the door staring at me. What the f... Okay. I'm gonna need to call an exorcist once I end stream. My dog just used flash step in real life. I don't know how to feel about that. Actually, I do know how to feel about that, and it's scared. Very scared. He's planning something. Oh, what did I just do? Huh. Okay. God, I actually managed to catch that. God dang it. I hate how it holds for like a split second extra and just messes it up. Don't do that. Bone wood. Or pine wood. What wood looks best? I think ashwood is just fine. Maybe a different... I know. Boom. Perfect. Oh, seriously, you can't place a chest on that? Hold on. Teleporter. I've never done this bug before. want to see. Just need a flat area to test this on. Here, take the charm. How do I break this bottom teleporter? I'm trying to get this chest to float. Maybe I use like temporary blocks. Oh, but that actually gets the teleporter to float. Oh, maybe I could do something there. Okay. Does that just break? If it naturally breaks? Okay. So that will manually break it. What if I do this? Damn. I don't want to have to go into T-edit. But I feel like I'm gonna have to. I'd rather use like in-game bugs if I'm gonna use bugs at all. That looks like I'm gonna have to use T-edit if I want that to happen. You know what? That's the one thing I'm gonna ban for this, like using T-edit, is I'm not gonna place like floating sprites and like half sprites and stuff for details. Even though I could probably get some really good looking stuff, I feel like it's not in the spirit, you know? I want everything to be possible in vanilla. So, how do I get floating stuff? Oh, that'll replace that. Where's the Dynasty chest? Ooh, Librarian chest. Big ass book. I like that. There we go. I like the Dynasty chest. It's like much shorter than a normal chest. You can see that's like that tall. And then this is like a pixel shorter. So it's like a nice little locker thing. Not a locker, but like, you know. Probably also be using rope, because I know there would be a lot of rope on a ship, I think. Yeah, you could have like this thing in the background. You know how every ship has like that little climby bit on it? Probably do something with that. I'll have to figure out where it would look best, like maybe here. I feel like here would fill in that space. Alright, that's all solid. Thinking I could do like an imaginary rope with like the dots, but that doesn't look right. It's like, I feel like there's something I could do with the rope here, but I don't know what. I am gonna have to end here in a sec, so I'm gonna finish this up. I'd say that's fine, whatever. There. Yeah, if I'm using like the imaginary dots, I could just do that. I don't know, is that how ships ship? Would one come out of like the sails here? I don't know. Like, would that make sense? I don't know. Screw it. We're just gonna pretend it looks good. If we say it looks good, then it looks good. Let's also get a better music disc. Looks like... Oh, I know what a nice piratey theme would be. Pirate invasion. Yeah. And we could place it on that. There we go. Speaking of which, instead of that... You have like a bunch of gold kind of scattered about. Okay. Guess we're not doing that. Don't really do that either. Maybe? That's... If I get like gold walls here. Yeah, like little dots kind of look like coins. That could work. Got golden lamps there. I want to get the hallowed stuff. Like this would look good if I turn it off. Same with, yeah, I'm guessing that. Let's do that instead. And then let's turn it off. So there, it's like a little ruby on a pedestal. It kind of looks like a staff. Ooh, a scepter would be a cool, easy build. That takes like probably 4 blocks total. What happened here? Why are you weird? Okay, that's also not brown. Why is that? What happened there? Everything got all messed up. What if I unactuate this? That'll free up like a lot of room to build on. Well, screw it. At that point, I'm just gonna unactuate the entire outer bit. Yeah, because that frees up a nice big chunk of space to work on. that would be cool to have. Add like that. Maybe keep that on. That won't fit. I don't know if touching that does anything, so... Wait! Oh, okay, it's just a candle. I was gonna say, could I have done that with all the lights this whole time? It's just click them? But no, you can only click the candle. Yeah, the rest are unclickable. Oh, that sucks. A lot of stolen rubies, though. I'm not liking that clock. It does feel kind of out of place. Let's get some more of the gold furniture. Gold tombstones, maybe. Gold piano. Nah. It's like a whole altar. These like gold bars and coins like fill in these spaces here where I got like nothing else. I like that. I don't need a librarian's chest. Do you think pirates read? Alright. I'd say that's honestly a really successful stream today. Let's just do a quick recap of everything we've done. Let me just check. Did I do anything? No. I'm pretty sure we spent the whole day just working on the ocean. So we got... We'll go with the least impressive stuff onwards. We did this, got a whole boulder here. I know, how fascinating. I did say we're starting with the least impressive. I don't know, honestly, everything else is pretty impressive in my opinion. We did the coral reef. Let me... 11. The whole coral reef down here. Did a sunken ship at the end of the world as well. Might as well go light that up so you can see the detail in it. Got a fish on the front that I'm only like half proud of. I think I might rework that later. We did the boat. Then we got the whole interior where for once we actually used illuminant dye for its intended purpose, probably. And then what else? Was that it? Reef, sunken ship, boat interior, and the start of the jungle. Yeah, I think that was it. Remember we messed around with that house, but it was just because the wiring screwed up over here. Still got to do stuff on that side of the world. Oh, there's still so much work to be done, but I like the progress we made. Real quick, before we end the stream, I'm just going to do one little check. Can we see outside of this black box? No, we cannot. Okay, so the camera's still fully contained. We can't, like, see the edge over here. So that's good. Alright. Well, thank you all for coming to the stream today. I'll be streaming at 12 again, and since it's 5:43, you know, just minus how much time that is, I'll be streaming then, when that says 12 tomorrow. So, thank you all for coming. Peace.